Coming up on this edition of the Newsfeed, a look at how new policies in Lane Stadium are affecting football fans. Plus, Blacksburg Transit has their sights set on a greener future. And how a team's poor performance could impact downtown businesses. Those stories and more are just ahead. Hello, and thanks for joining us for this edition of the Newsfeed. I'm Nathan Brennan. Students overpacking the north end zone at Lane Stadium has been an issue for years. With the increase in students and an ongoing concern for safety, the Virginia Tech Athletics ticket office came up with a solution. Hokie football is a staple for anyone visiting Virginia Tech. Whether an alumnus, student, or a passerby, Lane Stadium is a must-see on football Saturday. One of the most important aspects of the stadium is the beloved North End Zone student section. Known as one of the rowdiest crowds in Virginia, the student section has always been important to the ruckus atmosphere. However, Virginia Tech Athletics has decided to crack down on the North End Zone entrance and create an entirely new entry point to keep students happier and safer.
Of course, those stands aren't as stable, I guess would be the term you could use, as opposed to like the concrete bleachers. So helps kind of keep that number where it needs to be for the students to keep everybody safe.
With there being too many students and too little space with the current architecture, student safety is the #1 priority. The new student section entrance is only the beginning of the long-term goal of safety in Lane Stadium on game day. Fall may have just started, but football season has been in full swing, and the football team isn't the only ones preparing. Many downtown businesses and restaurants prepare for game days in their own way. Newsfeed reporter Alessandra Young has more on the story.
Downtown Blacksburg is no stranger to game day traffic, whether that's by car or by foot. But what many people don't know is how much effort goes into preparing for football games. If you walk downtown in the midst of the season, you see everything Hokie. All the local businesses are decked out with their Hokie gear showcasing in their windows and decorating their stores. 310 Rosemont is no different. Manager Samantha Balzano explains how their store prepares for the herds of people that flood North Main Street.
Prepare for game days, we of course like to stock up on everything maroon and orange that we can.
But does she think that the foot traffic will start to decline due to Tech's football season?
I don't think so. I think the Virginia Tech following is way too strong. People really do are hardcore fans for Virginia Tech, I think, whether or not they're winning or losing.
Restaurants alongside each strip of downtown prepare for the multiple reservations and people coming to eat and drink before, during, and after the game. Ryan Pike explains how Benny's prepares.
Game days just over-prepare everything. Overstaff, over-order, get as far ahead as possible, because once the business starts, it's not stopping.
On game days, restaurants around the area tend to see an increase in the number of customers. Pike says that Benny's sees over 500 extra people, if not more. He doesn't think that they will experience a decrease in the people based on the football season.
So far, no. Just foot traffic, no. It's just different times.
Downtown Blacksburg is a popular place year-round, and the workers are confident it'll continue to be. Reporting for the Newsfeed, I'm Alessandra Young.
Virginia Tech Dining is known for being one of the top college food programs in the country. But with more students on campus, Dining Services is facing some struggles while making sure to accommodate all the new and returning Hokies. Newsfeed reporter Samantha Hamilton has more on this story.
Virginia Tech Dining is working to adjust their services in dining halls across campus due to the fast influx of students this semester. With the leave of many workers in the graduating class, dining head faculty and staff are in the process of recruiting more students to fill the open positions. The current understaffing has caused many shops to adjust their hours due to lack of employee availability throughout the day due to classes.
What used to be Philly City, Pops, has been closed most of the semester because we don't have the staff to run it. Frank's has been closed some recently. We're offering grab-and-go options out of Frank's, though, because we can do that with one person. Or if we had the whole shop open, we would have to have at least 3.
With the lack of employees and more students, certain shops in Turner Place like Qdoba and Brugger's Bagels and Chick-fil-A and Dunkin' of Hokie Grill & Company have seen lines out the doors. Overcrowding is causing a disruption in the natural flow of students in and out of the dining halls and making it more difficult for employees to do their jobs.
The space isn't enough for all 4 of us to be working at the same time because the amount of orders we get, does not equal the amount of time it takes to make the drinks.
Owens and Hokie Grill have remodeled their spaces in attempts to shorten the long lines and give food shops more area to prepare the food at higher quantities and faster rates.
Part of the remodel was just to liven the space up a little bit, but also to build in those efficiencies to help us face our staffing challenges. We've increased the production that we're able to put off of that line and out of our kitchen.
Virginia Tech Dining hopes that by spring semester, getting something to eat will be a more easeful experience for both those in front and behind the counter. Reporting for the newsfeed, I'm Samantha Hamilton.
Big things are happening for buses around Virginia Tech. Blacksburg Transit received funding worth $6.9 million for new energy-efficient electric buses from the Virginia Department of Rail and Public Transportation. Blacksburg Transit operates 69 buses that serve 18 routes around Blacksburg and Christiansburg. The buses are mostly gas-powered with some exceptions for hybrid buses. But that is all about to change. The new Zero Emission campaign will bring 5 new all-electric buses and charging stations to campus and Blacksburg Transit over the next 2 years. This is just the start of the transition from the gas-powered buses to the all-electric ones.
So it's not an instantaneous thing. Possibly in the next 20 years, you could see a fully electric BT fleet, but it'll be a while.
More changes are expected for Blacksburg Transit in the future, since Virginia Tech is expanding so rapidly. The company is looking how to improve and make their bus rides more effective and efficient at the same time. Just ahead on the news feed, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. How can you get involved? And students struggle to find homes in the midst of Blacksburg's housing crisis. That story and more after this break.
Because of you, I felt hopeless. I know it was a joke, but it still hurt me. Because of you, I felt wanted and not alone in this world.
Because you said hi to me on the first day of school, I felt included and I knew that I was going to be okay.
Hey, Dad. I need your help asking Jessica to prom.
Of course. Love is like the ocean. You have to tread the
Oh,
waters.
Dad, that's not the kind of help I needed. Hey, Jessica. Will you go to prom with me?
Yes.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care can't wait to share their first with you.
Welcome back to the news feed. I'm Nathan Brennan. The class of 2023 is Virginia Tech's largest freshman class to date, and it was a struggle to find homes for them on campus. This begs the question, if housing couldn't find places for the students, where are they going to live next year off campus? It is October in Blacksburg, which means it's time to start signing leases for next year. Getting your first apartment is supposed to be a fun experience and the first step into adulthood. There are many different housing opportunities here at Virginia Tech, but with the largest class ever totaling at 7,500, where are these students going to live?
Till I overheard some girls in one of my classes. They were saying how some of the apartment complexes around here that are really popular were already sold out, and I kind of had a little freak out moment. I was like, oh my God.
Apartments are going fast for next year. Between upperclassmen re-signing and passed down leases, freshmen do not have as many options as they used to. The stress and urgency is higher this year than ever before. Freshmen have their work cut out for them if they haven't signed a lease yet already. The New River Valley Commerce Park was recently awarded a $364,000 grant. The money will be used to prepare for site expansion. The property has already put the grant to use and has big plans to continue. Newsfeed reporter Allie Larrick joins us with more. Allie?
Thanks, Nathan. A field made up of more than 1,000 acres may not seem like it has a lot of potential. However, that isn't the case for the New River Valley Commerce Park. The park's location and expansive acreage makes it perfect for businesses to develop.
In the middle of Pulaski County, Virginia, sits the New River Valley Commerce Park. Its purpose includes selling lots to businesses who want to expand their reach into the New River Valley. The park's first tenant, Red Sun Farms, started an organic tomato growing operation in 2014. This is one of many farms located across the United States, Canada, and Mexico. Since their establishment at the Commerce Park, the New River Valley has treated them well.
A very business-friendly environment from local government as well as from the local Chamber of Commerce and other companies within the area. The New River Valley climate is about as good as it gets for growing tomatoes in the Mid-Atlantic.
Not only do the on-site businesses progress through revenue, but the community progresses through job growth. Receiving the $364,000 grant makes this even more possible.
So the model behind it was that 45% of employees at Volvo, which is the largest private employer in the New River Valley, live in Pulaski County. The rest commute in from outside of the county. So the Commerce Park was set up with the intention of having it be a large draw for people to commute into the Commerce Park to work and then live in Giles County, Roanoke County, Bland County, those sorts of things.
The park is bringing in employees from surrounding counties, attracting international business and preparing for much more. With grant money and the opportunity for growth in the New River Valley, the Commerce Park is a hot commodity.
Possible tenants have already reached out and inquired about buying prepared lots at the Commerce Park. The community can expect business out there to be booming in months to come. Back to you, Nathan.
Thanks, Allie. In other news, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month in the United States, prompting nationwide events and ceremonies that strive to raise funds and offer support. The town of Blacksburg is localizing these efforts, giving residents opportunities to help the cause. People tend to wear pink ribbons for breast cancer awareness, but some people want to do even more. That's why businesses in Virginia and the town of Blacksburg put on events to raise funds for research and support. Kent Jewelers in downtown Blacksburg Incorporated are hosting the 11th annual Pretty in Pink on October 17th. The goal is to raise awareness and money for the Virginia Breast Cancer Foundation. For those who have watched loved ones battle the disease, like Virginia Tech student Taryn Hollis, efforts like this are more than just a chance to wear pink.
It's definitely really cool that they can come together, help people out, bring awareness to the issue, and educate people about the signs, symptoms, and all stuff like that, because nobody really talks about it.
To see all the breast cancer awareness fundraisers and events happening this month in Virginia, visit the Virginia Breast Cancer Foundation website at vbcf.org. That will wrap up this edition of the Newsfeed. If you have a story idea for the Newsfeed, let us know. Send us an email at thenewsfeednrv@gmail.com. And as always, you can also connect with the Newsfeed on Facebook and Twitter. Thanks for watching. I'm Nathan Brennan.